Hi, I'm Quinn. I played a lot more games last month. Here's what I played in March 2024. I started the month by finishing off what I wanted to do in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. This month, I only played the side quests I skipped over before finishing the main story. They're all pretty fun. There's one quest line that shows up fairly late into the game that you should definitely play before finishing the game, though it does require some grinding for social stat levels. I still needed to grind even after finishing the game. I personally think it's worth the grind because the way those quests wrap up would be so much better if you don't know how the game ends. To wrap up my thoughts on this game, here's how I'd rank it with the rest of the series. 0 and 8 are pretty much tied for me. All of them are fantastic games. 8 definitely has the best gameplay, but 7 definitely has the best story. I feel 7 is the best overall package as the gameplay is still very good, and it's the easiest one to get into because 0 has a slower start, Kiwami 1 probably needs 0 first, and 8 absolutely needs 7 and Kiwami 1 first. 8 probably needs the rest of the series as well, but I haven't actually played any of them yet. Next, I played the demo for Princess Peach Showtime. I thought it was pretty good. I've always liked good feels games, and this is definitely one of them. The frame rate seemed kinda bad for a first party Nintendo game, but I don't really care that much. It's really not the kind of game where you need precise inputs or anything. I probably won't be picking it up, but that's more because there's a lot to play and I don't quite feel like it's worth the full $60. I still really enjoyed it though. Next, I briefly messed around with Red Viper. It's a Virtual Boy emulator for 3DS, and it's pretty cool. It can use the 3D to accurately recreate the depth from the original hardware. I specifically tried out 3 games with it. First, I tried out V Tetris. It's just Tetris. It's fun seeing the cleared lines fly at your face, but it's Tetris. Next, I tried out Red Alarm. It looks very messy without 3D, but you can actually tell what you're looking at with the 3D on. The game itself is nothing special, but it's really cool as a tech demo. Lastly, I tried out Jack Bros. It's a pretty fun dungeon crawler, but it is very hard. Also, it doesn't really do much with the depth at all. It's definitely the one that I'd recommend the most out of what I tried, though. If you have a modded 3DS, I definitely recommend checking out Red Viper, though nothing I've played is necessarily worth going out of your way to hack your 3DS for. Next, I played a bit of the new season of Splatoon 3. The new weapons seem fun. Both are my 2 least favorite classes in the game, but these weapons seem solid from what I've played. I haven't played a ton on the new stage, but it seemed good, though I'm not someone that hates this game's stage design, so it is kinda disappointing there's only one new PvP stage this season. The new Salmon Run stage is fun, though it feels a bit too big. I like the addition of Fizzbangs to the Splatfests. I personally think they should deal a bit more damage or explode faster, or both, but I appreciate how it changes the typical gameplay loop for the events. The new Splatfest scoring system could be good, though it hasn't made a difference so far. Overall, a bit of an underwhelming season, but I adore this game, so I don't care all that much. Next, a couple brief mentions. First, Fortnite Festival. There are some very good choices in the first half of this month. Misery Business was a clear standout for me personally. That being said, the past 2 weeks have not appealed to me much, with most songs either being ones I don't know or ones I actively dislike. For the other brief mentions, Sonic Superstars and Bayonetta 3. I barely played either of these, I only played like one stage each. My opinion has not changed since January. They are both fine and I will finish them someday. After that, I started playing Marvel Midnight Suns. I had received this game for Christmas, though I didn't start it until now because it wasn't really on my radar at all. So far, it's pretty good. I really like the combat, with it being a deck-based tactics game. The story is fine. It isn't really grabbing me so far. I don't love how the Avengers have gotten more focus than the actual Midnight Suns so far. I also really don't like the generic Avatar player character. I'm not the biggest fan of the Fire Emblem Three Houses type monastery segments. They just feel like unnecessary padding most of the time. Once the game opens up a bit more, that stuff does feel a bit more satisfying, though I would have preferred just a quick menu between battles to upgrade your characters rather than a full overworld map to do all that stuff. Maybe that's just me though. I'll definitely continue this game between new releases, but I'm not exactly in a rush to get back to it. Next, I played through all of Rhythm Heaven Fever. I'm a big fan of this series, with Fever being the only one that I hadn't played before this month. Naturally, I really liked this game. It's more Rhythm Heaven, which is always a good thing. There isn't really a huge reason to play this one over Mega Mix, since the vast majority of mini games here are in that one, along with a lot more, but all the remixes are fun and exclusive to Fever. I would definitely recommend this game, but it's probably more worth it to just play Mega Mix if you haven't played the series before. Lastly, I finished out the month by buying Hi-Fi Rush the day the PS5 version was released. Quickly among one of my favorite games ever. I adore the art style, the music is fantastic, combat is really fun, the characters are all so entertaining. Everything about this game is exactly what I want out of a game. I pretty much immediately started a second playthrough upon finishing this game. I will definitely come back to this game fairly often. If you have any platforms that this game is on, it is a must-play. Anyways, that's all I played this month. See you next month, where I'll start a third playthrough of Hi-Fi Rush.